Emily Craig's just correcting her steering there, wasn't she? They're off. That was a quick adjustment there, but they're both off clean. That's good stuff.
Yeah, just really important to get a clean line down the sort of Berkshire bank. Those crews on the left of your picture, there's Imogen Grant closest to us, wearing the colours of Cambridge University, and just furthest away from her is Emily Craig, the 28-year-old, wearing the colours of University of London Boat Club. And I love that boat with the Union Jack on the stern canvas. Looks really smart, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's very striking, isn't it? And that's the boat they're at. It's a similar boat to what they're using in the Olympics, isn't it? That one of those Filippi lightweight doubles with the reverse wing rigger. But actually, this looks like quite a good start from the under-23 double here, doesn't it? It looks like they've really sort of got some good big strokes in. Maybe that early steering correction just sort of ruffled the lightweight doubles a little bit of steering there. But this is now close up on
Sandra Ferris, isn't it?
It is, yeah. She's done a great job there getting them off the blocks and getting a bit of a canvas lead, hasn't she?
So the British lightweight women's double not often led at this regatta, certainly in the Olympic final in Tokyo. What is that, just a couple of weeks ago? Seems like an age now, but they went through the first 500 metres leading in that women's lightweight doubles final. Of course, agonisingly and achingly just missed out on a bronze medal by the narrowest of margins, a hundredth of a second, to the Dutch double, who themselves missed out on the gold medal. They were in the lead, weren't they? And caught a crowd just coming up to the line, and the Italians, Ordini and Cesarini, went through and won that race. But here you see the British double getting into their pace. I guess they're going to start to move a little bit now on Ferris and Nyland, Adam.
I think as you said that's what we're beginning to see, isn't it? You know, that really hard off the blocks, and then once you're out past the end of the island, you start to see crews transition into that base level speed that they'll try and hold for the majority of the course. I think what we're seeing here is that the Cambridge and the University of London boat here has just got that slightly higher level base level speed, and they're just creeping through now. So this will be an important one for Ferris and Nyland to just try and hang on and stay contact and don't let these guys get away.
Yeah, this double came together rather late in the day for the 2019 World Championships. Just they had 6 weeks together, where Emily Craig came into the boat to partner Imogen, and of course they won the bronze medal in that World Championships, and then were together for that elongated period leading up to the Tokyo Olympics. There we see Sandra Ferris, 21-year-old from Worcester University. She went from novice to international in 3 years, and I think she's from Belfast, Adam.
That's right, yeah. So she learned to row at Worcester Uni, so she needs to sort of work out which home club she might start training at when she gets back to Belfast and goes out for a row on the Lagan, you know. So lots of opportunity for her, but it's great to see what standards she's sort of got to in her rowing, and she's doing a great job here. Yesterday was a great race for them, beating the sort of essentially the German second double, wasn't it, from representing Hanover and Essen. They had a great race there to win that by 4 lengths, so they've already slayed some internationals already at this competition.
Yeah, Osterkamp and Kampmann, that German double, finished 6th in the A final in World Cup 3 in Zabaudia, so it's decent opposition. But we're looking on the right of your picture at the British Olympic lightweight women's double from Tokyo, leading at this moment. I love that catch, to look at those two blades. I mean, these women, coached by Darren White, of course, you know, who took Mark Hunter and Zach Purchase to gold medal in Tokyo, and then a silver medal in London in 2012.
Darren is forensic on the sort of the technical skill level required, and he will have really drilled these guys to make sure that they've got really good pick-up and sort of long driven sequence stroke of using those backs, then sorry, not the backs, what am I talking about, using the legs, then the backs and the arms.
Yeah, and of course it does look effortless, the way they're just moving slowly through the mid-course pace. Do you think that Emily's calling any pushes, or do you think this is just their basic pace and they're just moving at their basic pace without having to do any sort of increasing above what we call the red line?
No, I would assume that they're probably just keeping it very flatline speed here. We obviously don't have the numbers directly, but they're probably looking at those. You know, that's what they would be training to, is running a solid, steady, flat pace through the middle of this course here. And it looks like that's what they're doing. It's just eking out constantly that distance, and they're making this look very comfortable for themselves now.
So you can see the Union Jacks on the bow and stern decks. I tend to call them canvases because they used to be canvases with wooden boats, but the Americans kind of got confused when they heard me talking about what's a canvas in commentary. And they said, "Oh, you mean a deck?" So
they call that length of winning margin one deck, do they?
Yeah, completely. And the margin now, what is it? About 2-3 lengths of clear water.
What's that in decks, Martin? No, I'm joking.
Yeah. So we see the two doubles move away from the Remenham Club. You hear the shouts, and it's worth mentioning, you know, these are two quite remarkable women, four quite remarkable women actually, in this race, but particularly Emily Craig works in Asian art at the Courtauld Institute, speaks Japanese. I don't know how much of that she got to use when she was out in Tokyo.
She did a big thank you actually on the British Rowing Twitter. There was a big interview with her where she did a whole thank you message in Japanese, which was great.
Oh, I know thank you in Japanese is arigato, which is one of the few words that I learned while I was out commentating in Tokyo. And of course, Imogen Grant is a medical student and no stranger to the toughness of training, having to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning. She was rowing at Cambridge University and get down to the boat club, do a session, get back to the labs.
And we were talking about Sandra Ferris's rise to fame in the sport, but Imogen has also had a similar sort of trajectory into the sport, obviously learning to row at Trinity College in Cambridge in 2014. She obviously had great success when she won the under-23s in the single in 2018, and then, as you said earlier, she hopped into that double in 2019 to pick up the bronze, and then on to Tokyo. So it's been fantastic to watch her progress.
We're watching Cam Nyland and Sandra Ferris. This is something that doesn't quite make up for missing the under-23s at Henley in the semi-final. Maybe it does, almost. These two women, they got the vests, but they couldn't travel because of COVID to the under-23 championships held in Regatta this summer. They were leading the British women's lightweight double off the start, and now you can see the margin, the crew on the left of your picture. Grant and Craig. They're having a little fight in for the finish now, aren't they?
They are. They're still rowing it in pretty hard. They're giving it the best they can. You know, the Warrington Sculler, Cam Nyland and Sandra Ferris from Worcester University. But yeah, this is a great shot here, isn't it, for this lightweight women's double? This is a good win for them at Henley.
Yeah, it is. Could have won Olympic gold, you know, on another day. You could race that contest 10 times, the final of the Olympic women's double sculls, and get a different verdict every time. But wasn't to be. Finished fourth. Yeah, they're going to win the semi-final of the Stonor Challenge Trophy. Craig and Grant, representing University of London and Cambridge University, crossed the line first in their semi-final. And the crew from University of Worcester, Warrington Rowing Club, Nyland and Ferris, cross a few strokes later.